Tremble. Will he perform when he has money right in front of him? Run up on that boy, right in front of him. I just tapped his shoulder, so I know that he is touchable. And then I turned him to a pre-K and eating Lunchables. And as you know, it's unrefundable. When you should never feel uncomfortable. Don't waste any time, bro. Just do the job right, or you are surely going go knock on some wood. But I just feel I did incredible. How many? I don't know, but more than several. I know a lot of demons, I can summon any one of them. As if they were cuddling. Will he perform when he has money right in front of him? Run up on that boy, right in front of him. I just tapped his shoulder, so I know that he is touchable. And then I turned him to a pre-K and eating Lunchables. And as you know, it's unrefundable. When you should never feel uncomfortable. I was watching him outside his house, he's getting comfortable. I was trying to make sure undiscoverable. You were, now just look at what we've done to you. Peter Piper, now they're touching you. I was coaching up a team of, now they're rushing you. If I think you wrong one of my homies, I will. Will he perform when he has money right in front of him? Run up on that boy, right in front of him. I just tapped his shoulder, so I know that he is touchable. And then I turned him pre-K and eating Lunchables. And as you know, it's unrefundable. When you should never feel uncomfortable. Will he perform when he has money right in front of him? Will he perform when he has money right in front of him?
Get after it, MP. Everything good, MP?
And it's the Mavericks to start out. Well, Grant, everyone is excited for this season opening contest. That includes the fans, but even more so the players.
Well, there's nothing like a season opening contest. Yeah, both teams would love to kick things off with a big win. So expect to see them giving their all on the floor here tonight.
Caldwell, good.
Well, we know that Fred VanVleet can be relied upon to find the open man. This guy's so consistently good at it.
Beasley, pass to Wood. Doncic against VanVleet. Here's Finney Smith. No good with the triple. Outside Barnes. From deep. Caldwell misses.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
And it's good.
Defensive foul. Carries. That's his first personal. First team foul. Now at the line for your Mavericks, Dorian Finney-Smith. At the line for one.
And even though Finney Smith went undrafted, he still made the opening day roster for the Mavs in 2016.
BA, it shows you how quickly he made an impression on that team. This guy's a hard worker. He makes excellent decisions at full speed. This is a guy who can guard multiple positions. He's improved his three-point shooting. Love his story.
Doncic outside. Tries the spin move. And no good. Excellent D there from Siakam. Trent finds Barnes. Over to the wing. From downtown. Oh, he nails that one. 3 for 4 now.
When you have vision at the forward spot, it always opens up and elevates a team. Scotty Barnes passing on display.
Now here's Beasley. And here's Ingram outside. And he buries his first look.
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
And he gets that one.
Boy, he's heating up fast coming out of the gate. 4 out of 5 from the field.
The Mavericks have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Pass to Doncic. Beasley for 3. The shot off that time. And it's Toronto taking it the other way. Siakam, pass to Trent. And he dunks it down.
Well, brought up in an unselfish system, Pascal Siakam takes great pride keeping his teammates involved.
So it's the Mavericks now. It's a 5-point game. Beasley outside. Caldwell grabs the miss.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
No team has had to make more sacrifices than Toronto during the pandemic.
You are right about that, BA. I mean, they had to change their home base to Tampa. In essence, they spent an entire season on the road. It was tough for everyone, but the Raptors faced some big challenges.
And here's Doncic outside. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Pass to Caldwell. 4-3. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Siakam. He's got 15.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Dallas calls time.
For some help, guys, you need help.
Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Siakam. OG Anunoby comes in for Scotty Barnes. Green's checked in for Trent, and it's Ben in for Fred VanVleet. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Ingram finds Jones. Up top, Stewart, defended by Porzingis. Dallas, no good that time either. Here's Toronto now. They're on a 17-6 run. Here he goes. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Got a piece of it, and that's out of bounds. Dallas will keep it. A minute 9 left in the opening quarter. Now Ingram. 5 on the clock. Pass to Stewart.
And just refusing to give up second chance points. Excellent defensive rebounding. Grabs the board and goes right in for the putback. I love it, VA.
Yeah, wanted to close the gap. Makes sense to get aggressive on the glass here. It's good.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Here's Bouknight. Back to Jones. Pass to Stewart. On the take. Bouknight can't get it to go.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Caldwell. And the Raptors, another three.
And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal number 1 on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Ingram. And so it's the Toronto Raptors, a sizable lead.
Your Mavericks, 10. The Raptors, 24.
I can tell you're scared of us, MP. I don't care what the stats say.
Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Toronto?
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
They've got Malik Beasley. Also, Tyus Jones out there. Christian Wood out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Well, Grant, every team is looking for that perfect 5 on the floor, that magical lineup. In your mind, is that synonymous with small ball?
I think it is, B.A. I mean, having players that can play small, can switch on defense, obviously play multiple positions on the offensive end. It's just a combination, when executed properly, could be a nightmare for the opponent.
Toronto's gone 4 of 5 from outside the arc in this one. Here's Caldwell. Got it. Good job in the low post. And he's got 28 now.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
John?
Substitution on the court.
Pass to Beasley. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Outside, Finney-Smith launches it. Here's Doncic. And it's good. First made shot in 4 attempts.
Well, here is a player with great size and great instincts. It allows Luka Doncic to rebound consistently. Nicely done there.
Caldwell, good.
Even with all the threes he nailed in the first quarter, the defense still hasn't made the proper adjustments. You know, there was a time years ago when the Mavericks were one of the NBA's shakiest teams. Now they're one of its proudest franchises.
Doncic into the lane, and they doubled up Doncic. 6 to shoot. Wood with the screen from behind the arc. That shot, no good. And it's Toronto taking it the other way. And you can attribute the Mavs' rise to stable ownership and some very savvy front office moves.
Yeah, so true, B.A. They've made some great decisions in the draft, for sure. They've been able to find cornerstone players and build solid rosters around them.
On the wing, Finney Smith. No good from outside. Toronto has gone 5 of 6 from three-point land so far. From deep. And the Raptors, another 3.
What a great shooting performance. His percentage is outstanding.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
To the inside. Doncic shot is good. Doncic has gotten 4 this quarter.
Boy, no fear from Luka Doncic. When he's near the hoop, he will challenge anyone.
Here's Caldwell. Oh, again, Toronto with a triple.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
The Mavericks have gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Finney Smith's shot is off.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Well, Luka Doncic, an all-star from his second season, and every year he's one of the favorites for MVP. But Luka says, quote, I still haven't won anything, so I've got a long way to go.
Lopsided game through the first half. It's the Raptors running away with it. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Please give a cue.
Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. A clinic execution so far, as it's been a dominant showing.
They're clearly beating them in transition. It's been all fast breaks. And hey, that's how this roster was built.
Every team tries to establish an identity. Theirs is catch me if you can.
And now, let's take a second here to look at what's ahead on the schedule.
A bunch of tough games in a row. They'll learn a lot about their team. Who steps up during this stretch and who can't handle it.
A challenging upcoming schedule for these guys, no doubt. Glad you could join us. Brian Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard. The second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. The Raptors shooting 76%. You don't see this often. Second half underway. Here's who Nick Nurse has got on the floor. Van Vliet and Trent Jr. team up as the backcourt. Barnes and Siakam serve as the big men as they go small. And it's Jay.
Christian Wood.
That's a foul?
First personal
Sorry,
foul.
I thought this was
First
a
team
contact
foul.
sport. My bad.
Shooting for Toronto. At the line for 2.
And he makes a first. And this Mavericks team, Grant, they are loaded up on shooters who can hurt you from outside.
And that's the way they should be built. Force teams to spread out and give Luka space. And when the Mavs get hot from outside, they are dangerous.
Here's Beasley. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Woods over to help. Here's Caldwell. Connects from downtown.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
And here's Beasley. Doncic outside. To the middle. Wood. And Wood with the stuff.
This guy has been elite as a passer since he entered the league. He takes pride in making the guys around him better.
Van Vliet on the wing. To the paint. Here's Caldwell. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
He's the leading scorer tonight, being aggressive, and so far, no one's found a way to slow him down.
The Mavericks on offense. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Doubled by Beasley. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good.
Just continuing to pile it on, refusing to let up.
That is the competitiveness he brings to the table. Every night you're going to get great effort from him.
And here's Doncic outside. Siakam pulls down the board.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
Caldwell, good.
Getting buckets at a critical time. Just give them the ball and let them go to work.
The Mavericks have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Beasley with it. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Van Vliet against Doncic. And the layup is good off the glass.
Once he's inside that painted area, you can see the level of aggression from Luka Doncic rise. This guy knows he can score it in there.
When you look at the intangibles of Luka Doncic, he has some of the best court awareness in the league, and that shows up most with his passing and body control.
The baseline J. Again, Doncic missing.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Here's Caldwell. And there's the drive. And you can count it. He'll go.
First personal foul.
What did you say there,
Shooting for Toronto.
Thanks to his great court sense, Grant.
No question. And the elite footwork he has makes the most of it. I mean, one of the best at shielding defenders with his body. It's really how he can navigate through a defense with ease.
And the Raptors making a change here. Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Siakam. OG Anunoby comes in for Scotty Barnes. Bay, he's checked in for Trent. And it's Ben in for Fred VanVleet. Bay outside. Here's Caldwell. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
We've got 1:28 left to play in the third. Beasley, the pass to Stewart. Good D by Porzingis. Here's Toronto with the ball. They're on a 19-6 run. Here's Caldwell. Another one falls. Amazing.
Oh, make that 61 points.
Everything is going his way right now. Jones, the pass to Stewart. 56 seconds left in the third.
The BA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
51 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Now here's Jones. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Bay outside. Inside. Here's Caldwell. That shot off the mark. And it's Dallas the other way. When this game is done, they'll be off to New Orleans as they take on the Pelicans. That'll be the first leg of just a 2-game trip for them. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Stewart. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot.
Second personal foul. First team foul. At the line for Dallas. Stewart. 2 shots. Substitution on the court. At the line for Dallas.
Down for Toronto.
Well, how about the work they've done from the in-between area? They are making it rain, and the storm ain't over yet.
I think it's also important we mention the number of assists this group has tallied. Their offense continues to just hum along right now.
They've got Tyus Jones, Bouknight out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Luka Doncic, and it's Stewart in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Raptors.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Jay.
The scoring effort from him, unreal. Carrying this team, I mean, he was amazing tonight.
Pass to Jones. No luck on that one. And Toronto will come the other way. Here's Caldwell. Going inside. Hits yet again. Wow!
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense. Really taking it to the opposition. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. And Doncic, here we go. Back to Jones. Fires the 3. Pascal Siakam with the rebound. Here's Caldwell. He got it again! Sensational! 71 points and no end in sight.
He's in the zone. The defense looks helpless.
So no problem for Toronto as they get the win. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge and they earned this dub.
That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone.
is
Good luck out there, MP.
about game time. Bring the pain time.
So much of the schedule still in front of us, Steve. However, some teams are really struggling early here.
Yeah, Kevin, and those teams, they can't lose their confidence because it's a long season. And sometimes you just don't have the talent to beat other teams, but you must stay focused and try to get better every night.
Now, Giannis, after the missed three from Caldwell, to the paint, and slam dunk by Ingram.
And the passing skills of Giannis continue to improve. His floor awareness has grown through the years. And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Giannis' screen on Van Vliet. Here's Holiday. He feeds it to Valanciunas. Eyes yet again. That one misses. So the Raptors will take it the other way. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
Two conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
So you know each game they play will hold a lot of importance to both teams.
And Scotty Barnes, the Rookie of the Year in 2022 in the NBA.
And you could argue he was maybe the biggest surprise of the 21 draft. Made a huge impact on the floor immediately. If you did a redraft of that class, he'd be closer to the top.
Just a little off to start this game. 1 for 5, looking to find some kind of rhythm.
And it's in there. 8 points for James.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Here's Payne. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Toronto's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Lets it go. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
This has been a tremendous quarter.
About 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Now here's Ingram. He's covered by Caldwell. And that one's good. Ingram's got his second bucket.
What I like about Ingram at this point in his career, very decisive in his actions.
Unlike a lot of perimeter-oriented teams, GA, offensively, the Bucks can really play inside out.
No doubt. And teams pack in the lane against Milwaukee, but Giannis in particular is shooter open. He tends to find it.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I was able to talk with Nick Nurse for a minute. He told me they have to lean on their postgame tonight. He wants them to get the ball into the block each time down the floor and pound those guys inside. Sounds like this could be a real physical battle, Kevin. Back to you.
Thanks, David.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Passes it to Ingram. Outside, Payne. On the wing, Giannis. Covered by Barnes. The pass to Ingram from 18 feet away. And another basket for Milwaukee.
Playing to Ingram's strengths. He's most effective when he gets his points within the flow of the offense.
And he jams it with authority.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
This has been a beatdown right here. Possibly over before it began.
Now here's Ingram, and it's blocked by Caldwell. Shoots over Ingram, and the Raptors tack on 2 more.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Bucks trail by 12. Here's Ingram, and the rejection by Caldwell. Siakam passes to Barnes. From deep three-point range, and again, Toronto with the triple.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Holiday sets the pick for Ingram. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
You know, he was looking for revenge, trying to match shots from distance.
Took him no time at all on that one. And that's now 24 points.
Bucks call timeout. And that is bringing home and away. You've got right now.
Here's Taylor. 40 seconds left in the first. Pass to Higgins. And they get it. Nice D from Porzingis.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
And the basket by Caldwell.
The defense a step slow. You can see the result.
Bucks trail by 21. And here is Brogdon. Pass to Alvarado. Shoots the three. A shot off that time. And so it's the Toronto Raptors sitting on a 21.
Good for a team's confidence when you can start a game that hot.
And something else they've done well tonight is finding points in transition. So far, the fast break has been a plus for them.
On the court for the Bucks, they've got Taylor, also Higgins out there, Brogdon out there with Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Alvarado in at the point guard position.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
For Malcolm Brogdon, he comes from a family, Greg, where education comes first.
And well, Malcolm earning his degree plus a master's while in college. His dad and brother, lawyers. His mom involved in higher education. Brogdon, maybe the smartest guy in the NBA.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, Jay in that last matchup against Dallas played phenomenal. He had an impressive number of points. And all game long, he seemed like he couldn't miss from outside the arc, converting many times from distance. His numbers were off the charts. He was unguardable, and he knew it. He took advantage of it. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, David. Greg, it was obvious he was having a lot of fun out there. Tremendous victory.
I'll tell you, he may have been enjoying himself, but whoever was matched up against him certainly wasn't.
What I like is they just kept calling his number. Sometimes we see coaches go away from what's working.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul. At the line for your Raptors. 2 shots.
How big a factor was age for you?
Well, you don't want to leave anything on the table, but you're...
And it's DeRozan in for Green. Both free throws good from Caldwell. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. When this game is done, they'll be off to Chicago as they take on the Bulls.
Scotty Barnes. That's his first personal foul. First team foul. Shooting for Milwaukee. Giannis Antetokounmpo at the line for 2.
Toronto Raptors ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Hi, folks. Time to hear from our experts, Big Diesel and Kenny the Jet. We've got a duel going on at that small forward spot.
Great battle between these two. They take a lot of pride in how they approach the game, and it seems like they're playing with extra enthusiasm tonight.
Yeah, those elite matchups, man, they can bring the best out of you.
Now let's talk about our game tonight. A nightmare of a first half for the Bucks.
I know teams love to rely on the three.
And that about wraps it up.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Van Vliet in the backcourt. Trent Jr. to his side. Inside for him, it's Barnes and Siakam. And it's Caldwell in at the small forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Trent finds Barnes. Here's Caldwell. Siakam trying to free himself up. And the basket by Caldwell. And that's 36 points for Jay. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting only 27% from the field, looking pretty ugly out there. To the middle, here's Ingram. Doesn't go that time. Nice D from Caldwell.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Down the stretch, this is when they need him the most, and he is delivering.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Barnes passes to Van Vliet. Here's Caldwell. Misses the 3. So it's the Bucks now. It's Ingram on the wing. And the Bucks miss again.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
Out to the right wing. Caldwell drains the three-pointer. Caldwell's got 41.
Picking up from where he left off. I lost count of how many threes he hit in the first half. Now nails this one.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Well, of course, Giannis is the Bucks leader, but it's still Coach Bud who calls the shots. Giannis says, as players, we have to accept Coach's plan. You got to trust. That's the only way it's going to work. And sometimes it won't. Sometimes I'm going to execute the game plan, and sometimes I'm not. Not because I don't want to, but it's just not my day. Kevin, that is very, very good perspective.
Agreed. Thanks, David. Here's Bane. Offensive struggles continue, missing again.
Ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
In the first half, he got wild and loose from beyond the arc. Now he's hit 3 more since. Remarkable.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half.
And still, he's scoreless. Boy, they could use just a little bit of help from him.
Yet another bucket.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Holiday, a screen on Barnes. Here's Antetokounmpo. The shot, no good. Good D by Barnes.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
It's good from long range. 53 points for Jay.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
And slam dunk by Ingram.
And just taking his frustration out on the rim. He ends a huge run by Toronto.
Passes it to Caldwell. Lets the 3 fly. That one's not going to go. Now the Bucks take it the other way.
And you look at the way Ingram can get off a shot. When he gets to his spots, there's just no stopping him. Very few players can create like he can.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
I can see he's pressing a little now, trying desperately to help them shrink this deficit.
And how about the last 5 made shots? have all been threes. The defense is just giving up a barrage.
56 seconds left here in the third quarter. And there's the pass to Valanciunas. Shot clock at 6. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Kept alive. Another shot, and the layup is up and in. Valanciunas has got his first points in this one.
The persistence of Valanciunas paying off in a big way on the glass. He is just a tremendously hard worker.
Siakam kicks to Van Vliet. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Here's Caldwell. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Pass to Holiday. Antetokounmpo inside.
And with his length and explosiveness, it's never a surprise to see Giannis get points on the offensive glass. Great nose for the ball.
And so,
78. The Bucks. 36.
That's the way to use that, coach. You know.
Please give a big round of applause for your Raptors, Houston Team.
for DeMar DeRozan. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
Please give a big round of applause for your Raptors, Houston Team. I could not replicate those hits.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Giannis sets a screen for Brogdon. Well, Greg, analysts evaluate.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for
risk you take, but if you treat everyone with kid gloves, you're really not doing your job. The audience expects a level of honesty, and quite frankly, players don't mind you criticizing their game. It's when those critiques become personal.
On the court for the Bucks, we've got Higgins. Antetokounmpo is out there with Taylor. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon, and it's Alvarado in at the point. Antetokounmpo passes to Alvarado. Pass to Higgins. There's the dish to Giannis. Higgins' shot is off.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Another bucket. Wow! That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. Benton with the rebound. The Raptors have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Here's Caldwell. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
Looking to end the run. That shot, no good. And Toronto will come the other way for the three. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. 68 points for Jay.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Shot, high post, and again.
And that's 70.
He's unbelievable.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night.
And at this point, I wouldn't expect him to.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, that was something else.
Nasty.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Raptors.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able.
That's a jump ball.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a...
Connects again from distance.
And the threes just keep on coming. Another shot and another make.
He's starting to creep up that list now for most three-pointers in a game. We'll see if he can keep going. And there's the 3-second call. This one on the
Milwaukee ball.
And the technical free throw is good.
Calm demeanor and lead by example approach is so valuable to this squad.
The Raptors making a switch here. DeRozan's checked in, and then for Milwaukee, Valanciunas is checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Higgins. Here's the Raptors with the ball. They're on a 20-5 run. And foul on the shot, so he'll get it.
Is this practice? Stop it. Too easy.
Second team foul. At the line for Toronto.
Right, GA. He led the NBA in fourth quarter points and finished second in clutch scoring. He embraced the challenge and thrived playing the role of the hero.
Ingram, he's checked in for Brogdon. Valanciunas passes to Schroeder. And the three off target. And the Raptors with the ball. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Here's Caldwell. Hits the three-point bomb.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
Here's Taylor. Here's Schroeder. Misses there. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd.
Safely and peace.